What is good? What is good? YouTube, Monday morning, rainy Monday up here in New York, training in the garage gym today. Today we'll be bringing you another one of my 20 sets of pain routine. You guys saw I did one on Friday where it was done in the park, the new park you guys see me training in. That was more random. Today I have it planned out. We're going to be training skills and strength. I got everything I need here in the garage gym. All calisthenic routines today, guys. 4 routines, 5 sets of everything. Let's get it. Alright guys, so starting the routine off, like I said, this is 20 sets, 4 routines, 5 sets of everything. And this was planned out. So this is the strength skill work, the first 5 sets. We got to put the most neurologically demanding movements in the beginning of the training session, when the muscles are fresh, when the nervous system is fresh, when we could coordinate the movement pattern as best as possible. Because trying to coordinate movement patterns through space and trying to learn a new skill under fatigue is never going to work out to your advantage. So the superset to start off was handstand press up, which I've been training in the park lately on the the dip bars, but it was raining out today, so I used my P bars. And I was getting a little bit deeper range of motion here. The first set you saw, the press up, was just me warming up. Always, I never really get my solid press ups on the first set. Now sets 2 to 5, I end up trying to get a press up, and then 2 consecutive handstand pushes where I try to break a little bit past 90 degrees in the set, and I ended up catching them for the majority of the sets here. And then we're supersetting them right into front levers, where typically when I'm doing these 2 movements, like I like to superset them, I typically would break about a minute to 2 minutes in between each. Now I really wanted to keep that full body tension and that body awareness on a high level. So the engagement from the handstand press up is super high, right? It's super high neurological output. You're forcing the whole body to work as a unit, and then you're continuously using the unit, the same body in one line when you go into your front lever, right? So the whole body has more systemic fatigue in it, doing it as a back-to-back superset like this. And the fact that I was catching the front lever holds for the first 2 sets smooth was very good progress. Actually, I've been getting pretty solid front lever holds every day, body weight now, guys. And then now for the remaining sets of this, I'll just get into a band. And I'm not looking for long holds here. I'm looking for just 2 to 5 second max time holds on these supersets. Because again, if I'm doing 5 sets of it, and plus I'm training a front lever every day for the month of October, I'm getting a lot of stimulus in that movement. And one thing I will point out is a front lever, it's a very strong pull movement. Meaning, if you're not training weighted pull-ups, but you're training front levers, you're going to keep a high degree of pulling strength. Because I would argue that the intensity of a front lever is greater than almost a 3 rep max on pull-ups, right? Unless you're holding a front lever for 10 seconds, then I would equate that to maybe like a 5 rep max on pull-ups. But if you're barely holding the front lever for 1-2 seconds, that intensity is higher than it would be on a 1 rep max pull-ups. And it's going to have a good translation over of pulling strength from the front lever into your weighted calisthenics. And the same thing here, guys. The handstand push-ups, the deep range of motion is going to make all your other pressing movements that much stronger. Your dips are going to get stronger, training your shoulders like this. Your barbell overhead pressing, which I've been doing once a week. Every Sunday on my leg day, I've been incorporating barbell overhead pressing also. This is the 5th set of this. We have 3 more routines to go. All right, so the next routine is 15 pull-ups and 20 dips, done 5 rounds with as minimal break as possible. The goal was to try to complete everything unbroken, and I pretty much do. You guys are going to watch all 5 sets here. Now, the reason why I'm doing this 20 sets of pain, again, is because after I did it on Friday, the way my body felt and the stimulus that I caught off it, meaning the pump, the way my body literally looked on Saturday, Friday night, Sunday, was insane. Like, I literally felt like the shape of my body, just the aesthetics of my body changed alone from that one workout, which is, crazy to say because it can happen, but the pump does last. And you're building a ton of work capacity and just getting really good at body weight training here. And again, Friday's work, I was doing weighted sets, right? So you can incorporate weighted work into these routines also. But it gives you a lot of variation or a lot of different movements that you could condense into a routine, right? And doing 5 sets of each routine allows you to accumulate a lot of volume, really building up that density, that work capacity. You're getting a ton of Overall, you're getting the sarcoplasmic hypertrophy from the high volume training. You're getting the mechanical tension when you're throwing in the weighted calisthenics, or if you're doing the movements like the front levers and the handstand push-ups, because those are super intense exercises. Again, then you're getting the muscle damage from all the eccentric, from all the overall repetitions you're doing. You're getting a lot of eccentric damage too. So you're really getting all three muscle building stimulus benefits when you're doing a routine like this. And again, it just lets you pretty much get into the gym or the park, wherever you're doing your training, and just get to straight work, right? No fluff. You don't got to worry about what you're doing next. It's just you against the reps and against the clock. That's where the work capacity comes in, guys. If you keep the break short and you just keep pushing, like I said, ideally you get everything unbroken. If you have to break, you break a set, but you finish the required number of repetitions. And then you track it. Meaning, let's just say, like I said, this right now I'm doing 5 sets of 15 pulls, 20 dips. So for instance, let's just say I ended up on the 4th set of pull-ups, I can't hit the 15 unbroken, and I get 11 unbroken. I track it, I tally it, and I know, okay, next time I'm hitting this 15, 20 for 5 rounds, I got to make it past 4 sets and get at least better than 11 pull-ups on my 4th set. Ideally getting the 15, right? That's progressive overload. So again, there's always a way to progressive overload these routines too. Filming it is a great way to track, right? If you're not writing down your workouts, you always have the footage to see what you've done in the past. You can go back and look, okay, I got to beat this number. I got to beat this amount of reps and sets today. But again, this just lets you get into that nitty-gritty mindset of, okay, let's just get to work. Let's put the reps in and let's put in the pain, guys. And this is where getting uncomfortable matters, because if you're comfortable during your training, the results aren't going to be as beneficial. If you're uncomfortable and things are hard and you're pushing through, that's when the body adapts. That's when the changes happen. And training like this, literally this 15, 20, I'm on round 4 right now. I wanted to stop after round 4. I was going to be like, yo, let's just do 4 rounds. And then I'll be like, yo, I didn't film the 5th one. But nah, that's cheating you guys and cheating myself, like I always said. It's tough. It's mentally tough right now. And you're going to see here, on the 5th set of 15 pulls, I end up having to drop just because the front levers, again, guys, they're super demanding on the lats. It's an isolation lat exercise that's super intense, meaning the degree of difficulty and intensity is very high. So on this 5th set right now, there was no way I was catching another 15 straight pulls, but that's okay, because like I said, I was keeping the break period short, and this is work capacity, right? This is how you build up volume, and this is how you get better. So I said, okay, on this 5th set today, I caught 8 on my first clip, and then I just started banging out singles and doubles. So next time I run this, I know I got to beat 8 reps on my 5th set of pull-ups. If I hit 10 and then only have to finish 5, that's still progressive overload, right? That's still progress. But the pump, the lactic acid, all that buildup is super high right now. And the fact that you work through it and you just keep pushing out the reps, that teaches your body how to clear the lactic acid out of it faster, right? How to start recovering more efficiently in between sets. And what that does is that increases your work capacity. Because what you can do today, what's hard today, and you push through it, becomes easy a week from now, guys. So 5 rounds, 15 pulls, 20 dips for 75 pulls, 100 dips for the second portion of the routine, guys. Okay, moving on, guys. We have 10 more sets to go to wrap up the 20 sets of pain. You already know how it goes here. Now, what we end up doing for the next 10 sets, we end up doing a pull-push superset with a 1-minute break. So we start with ring rows. There's no set number on these. It's 5 sets of both of these movements, 5 sets, max repetition. So it starts ring rows. And on the ring rows, guys, I'm switching my grip every single time, right, to avoid overuse. We did muscle ups on Friday. We did weighted pulls, pronated on Friday. I did high volume, pronated weighted pulls today. So on the rowing, I have to give variety to the elbow and the pulling variation. So the superset here was max reps of ring rows, 1-minute break strict, and then max reps of decline diamond pushes here. And decline diamond pushes, they are going to be excellent for targeting the chest. Reason being, guys, I've always told you this. The action of the chest is to bring the humerus, meaning the arm, across the body, right? That's how you get a full contraction of the chest. So if you're just doing regular push-ups with your hands at shoulder width apart, you're targeting the chest, but you're never getting that full contraction. With diamonds, your chest is getting a deeper contraction every repetition, and then going decline just gives you a little bit added range of motion, just to, you know, put a little bit more emphasis on the chest as opposed to the triceps here. So again, this was 5 round superset of each, so this was 10 total sets to finish off the routine. which again gives us a total of 20 sets of hard work here, guys. Occurring a lot of volume throughout the entire session, and training smart here, guys. We're doing vertical pulling, vertical pushing, as well as horizontal pulling and horizontal pushing for that full back stimulus, for that full chest and shoulder stimulus that you're going to get when you're training these bodyweight movements here, guys. And you can see, like I said, every grip on every ring row set, I switched my grip up just for variety. So I'm keeping it straight neutral here. The diamonds stay diamonds. Some sets I put my hands very close together. Sometimes I kept them slightly further apart. But for the most part, it was all diamond reps. Just, again, with that humerus crossing the midline for a deeper contraction of the pecs here, guys. And that's how we wrapped up the routine. High volume, body weight work today only. No weights were added. So the difficulty, the intensity comes from the first movements, right? The first 5 sets. That's your strength-based movement. The levers and the handstand push-ups, right? That's how you take your calisthenic bodyweight training to the advanced levels, by manipulating leverages, right? If you can't do handstand push-ups and front levers yet, I want you guys to use back to the wall handstand holds as your first exercise. Hold that for 10 to 30 seconds. And then I want you to superset that with a tucked body weight row. So it could be an advanced tuck, it could be a full tuck where we're round, but keeping the arm straight, getting into that horizontal straight arm pulling position, which again is a regression and step 1 to the hands, to the front lever for that matter, guys. And back to the wall handstand holds is the regression, step 1 for learning your handstands and your handstand push-ups. So 5 sets of each of these to wrap up the routine here, guys. I hope you've been enjoying this type of training, the 20 sets of pain. I'm going to be doing this pretty often now, just keeping it in, because again, I like the stimulus I'm getting, and it's novelty. My body hasn't done high volume, really like 20 sets of work like this in a minute, so my body's going to reap the benefits of it for a while. I'll run this for, like I said, maybe 3-4 weeks, and then move on to a different type of training split. The handstand push-ups, the front levers are going to stay in. They're just going to get rotated in as our strength work throughout the programs here, guys. Like always, you have a question or comment, leave in the comment section. I always get back to you guys. Like the video, share with your friends and your family. Try this routine out. It's going to help level you up. It's hard work. Scale it down. Don't do as many reps. Do the whole 20 sets. Just lower the volume if needed. I appreciate all the support, guys. If you want to see something specifically filmed in the next video, you need something learned, or want me to give you a tutorial on something, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to get that done for you guys. I appreciate all the support. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Bar Naturals.
They all love to talk, you know they do that shit the most. Think you on my level, boy, but you ain't even close.